Hello, everyone! In a heartfelt and emotionally charged revelation that has sent waves of concern and compassion through the gospel music world and beyond, David Mann's daughter has finally broken her silence on the private and deeply personal health battle that beloved gospel singer, actress, and minister Tamela Mann has been quietly enduring, a revelation that has transformed whispered speculation into a sobering reality. Tamela, known for her powerhouse voice that can move even the most hardened hearts, her unforgettable portrayal of Cora Simmons in Tyler Perry's productions, and her chart-topping gospel hits like Take Me to the King and God Provides, has always carried herself with the kind of radiant strength that inspires millions. For years, fans have drawn comfort, encouragement, and even healing from her testimony about overcoming hardship, her transparency in sharing struggles with weight loss, knee surgeries, and the demands of a grueling career, and her unwavering devotion to God. But in recent months, many began to notice subtle but troubling changes, a slight weariness in her once boundless stage energy, the occasional absence from major public events, the visible physical strain during performances. And these observations sparked quiet whispers online, with devoted supporters speculating about whether something more serious might be going on behind the scenes. Until now, the Mann family has been united in silence, issuing only brief, non-specific statements about Tamela taking time to rest or focusing on her health. But David's daughter has now chosen to lift the veil and share the truth, motivated by a deep belief that the people who have prayed for Tamela, supported her career, and been touched by her music deserve to know what she's truly facing. Speaking with both visible pain and resolute love, she revealed that Tamela has been battling a complex and persistent medical condition, one that has affected her physically, emotionally, and spiritually in ways the public could never have imagined. Though she did not share every medical detail out of respect for Tamela's privacy, she painted a vivid portrait of days where even the simplest tasks, like walking to the kitchen or standing for long periods, have become monumental challenges, and nights where the family gathered together in prayer, holding hands in tears, clinging to faith as their greatest weapon. She described moments when Tamela, despite the discomfort and fatigue, would still hum hymns while cooking, pray over her children and grandchildren, and encourage friends who were going through their own storms, a testament to her remarkable spirit that refuses to be crushed by adversity. The daughter spoke candidly about the emotional toll on the family. David, fiercely protective and unshakably devoted, has been by Tamela's side at every doctor's visit, every hospital consultation, and every long night where sleep was interrupted by pain. The children have stepped up, managing household tasks, organizing church commitments, and ensuring Tamela has the space to focus on healing, and friends from the gospel community have offered quiet but meaningful gestures, from home-cooked meals to late-night phone calls, proving that Tamela's ministry of love has sown seeds now blooming in her time of need. Yet, despite these challenges, she emphasized that Tamela's faith remains as strong as ever. "Mama still believes God's going to bring her through," she said, her voice thick with emotion. "Even when the doctors have given us discouraging news, she tells us, this is just part of my testimony in the making." That unshakable trust in God, she explained, is the reason the family chose now to speak out, not to invite pity, but to call on the prayer warriors, the fans, and the countless lives Tamela has touched to join them in interceding for her healing. She also admitted that one of Tamela's greatest fears in revealing her struggle was letting down those who see her as a pillar of strength, worrying they might feel discouraged to see her in a moment of vulnerability. But David's daughter made it clear that this moment is not a sign of weakness. Rather, it is proof that even those who lead us in worship, who sing us through our storms, are human and need to be lifted up in return. As she spoke, she urged people to remember that the same voice that has ministered to millions is still singing, maybe not always on stage, but in the quiet of her home, in the whispered prayers before dawn, and in the steadfast belief that God is still in control. This deeply personal disclosure has not only given fans insight into Tamela's present journey, but has also galvanized a wave of love and spiritual support across the globe, uniting people from all walks of life in lifting her up. It is a stark reminder that the
season.
strongest among us sometimes fight their hardest battles in silence, and that when the spotlight dims, they are still people, still mothers, still wives, still believers holding on to faith. For Tamela Mann, the road ahead may still hold uncertainty, But one thing is undeniable. She is not walking it alone. Surrounded by her loving family, bolstered by her devoted fans, and anchored in her unshakable faith, she continues to live out the very message she has sung for decades, that after every storm, there is a testimony, and every test is an opportunity for God's glory to be revealed. And now, as this chapter unfolds, her story becomes not just her own, but a shared journey of resilience, prayer, and hope for all who believe in the power of faith to heal. Thanks for watching.